So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about my adoption experience with my pets. I have two dogs that I adopted from the shelter. One was from the Humane Society. One of our pets that we adopted, Ellie, we got her from the animal shelter. That shelter, I think they only let the dogs stay there for 30 days until they euthanize them. So it's really sad. So if you are looking to add a furry friend to your family, I suggest you try and check out the local shelters first, because they are very overpopulated and there are so many great pets out there that are looking for homes and families to be with. And it makes me emotional because I think about how much joy my pets have brought to me. And I know Ellie isn't in a lot of my videos, and it's mainly Lucky. Ellie tends to do her own thing. She likes to sit on the couch in the living room and look out the window, where Lucky likes to be wherever you are. Wherever the action is, that's where Lucky's at. So here he is. This is my Lucky toy. His name is Lucky. I just have so many different names and so many different nicknames for him, because he just oh my gosh, he's just my little baby. I got Lucky from the ASPCA in Long Beach, and they're really great because they are a no-kill shelter. And when I found Lucky, he was barely a month. He was ratchet looking. I mean, he had mats and his hair was long, and just he was a month though, so I was so sad that a puppy that small would be at a shelter. And where they put him next to the pit bulls, all the big dogs. He was the only little dog at the very far end, and I was so sad. And when I saw him, he was howling, and I couldn't believe that this little tiny dog was making all that howling noise. He was looking for his mama, and he just was scared, and he wanted to be home and safe with his family. And so there was a 7-day waiting period, and to see if Lucky's owner would come and claim him. And fortunately for me, nobody claimed him, and I was able to adopt him. And a couple days later, I was able to pick him up. They had him fixed. They gave him his shots. He was pretty much ready to go. When we picked him up, my husband gave him a blueberry facial and a bath, because he was so mangly, and I don't even know if that's a word, but he was just really ratchet looking, and we didn't want to bring him home all dirty and scruffy. So my husband made sure that he was washed and cleaned up before we took him home. And he was such a trooper from day one. I don't know how it was. I can't remember what it was like without having Lucky, because he's been such an impact in my life. All my pets have been. We do have a cat. She's pretty independent. She just kind of, is like, make sure I have food, make sure I have water, and you clean my litter, and we're good. The dogs, they are more interactive. If you are thinking about adopting a pet, and you have some hesitation, go ahead and give it a shot. Like I said, there's so many animals at the shelters, and not all of these shelters are no-kill zones or no-kill sites or no-kill shelters. And it just breaks my heart to think that if they don't get adopted, that they get euthanized after 30 days. It's really sad. They have become such a big part of our lives, and they offer such great companionship, and they're always there. They love you unconditionally, and that's just a really great feeling that we would have never experienced if we didn't take the step, adopt our pets. And they aren't just our pets. I feel like they are part of our family, and I love them so much. And I hope that my experience can maybe, sorry about that, it makes me very emotional because I just think about all the animals that don't get to live their life to the fullest because they are not adopted within the time that, you know, that shelter allows them. And it just, you know, if I had all the money in the world and I had, you know, all this land, I would definitely create a sanctuary and take them all in. And that's why, you know, I try not to go to shelters, even though when we drive by one, I always want to stop and see and just check out the animals that are there. But my husband always reminds me we don't have room in our current home. I have a couple neighbors around me that have adopted older dogs. They're small too because we live in townhomes, but it just warms my heart when people go out there and extend their family by adopting a furry friend from a shelter, and it really changes their lives. It's changed my life. My dogs force me to go out there every day and walk them. They get walked twice a day, once in the morning and once at night, sometimes 3 times a day. Every weekend we take Lucky to the beach, or we take Ellie and Lucky to the dog park. Ellie has issues with being in the car. She has a lot of anxiety. She drools, she pants, she starts freaking out. So we don't tend to take her out on long drives as much, and the beach is about 20 minutes away, whereas the dog park is like 10 minutes away. So we do take her to a dog park nearby where you know, there's lots of places for her to run and walk and interact with other dogs and socialize and stuff like that. He comes with us antiquing. As ridiculous as that may sound, I have a dog stroller. I know that there's a lot of people that are going to say, what, dog stroller? That's that's a joke. But even though he's only 10 pounds, you know, when you're having to carry him for hours, you know, walking through different aisles and shopping, it can be tiresome. So having that dog stroller and being able to put him in there and still, you know, stroll and walk around and shop is convenient, but we don't use it all the time. But anyway, these dogs have caused me to get out there and exercise, you know, even if it's for 10 or 15 minutes walking in the morning, Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends getting out there and walking at the beach or walking at the park. You know, those are things I wouldn't have done had I not had dogs to take me to those locations. So I really appreciate that. They offer me a lot of companionship. They're always there to greet me when I come home at night. They're always just making me laugh and just such a great experience. And I love being Lucky and Ellie's mom. I love being a pet owner. And if you are thinking about adopting, I encourage you to look into it more. Go out to your local shelters, check them out. You know, you do have time they do allow you some one-on-one time with the animal that you may be interested in. If these pets are not adopted, like I said, within whatever time frame the shelters allow, then they do get euthanized, and that just breaks my heart. I can't believe that more people out there can't open up their home and welcome a furry friend into the family, because it definitely enriches my life. I think it enriches your lives. It's enriched my life. I have a bigger appreciation for animals now, and that's why I'm making this video. I hope to, and here's my cat. You want to see her? This is Belle. She was not adopted. We did get her from a pet store, but she was the runt of her litter. Yeah, I love my pets, and maybe my story can help or inspire you to make that decision to adopt a pet into your family. And if you do, please leave me a comment in the comment section below, or tell me what kind of experiences you have in the comment section below. You know, just sharing experiences and maybe inspiring each other to go out there and adopt a family pet. Anyway, I hope you like this video. Yeah, it's kind of different than my other videos, but my husband was actually the one who came up with the idea, and I thought about it, and it was actually a really great idea because it's impacted my life so much, and I just wanted to be able to share that and maybe, you know, get you thinking about adopting too. So anyway, please give me a thumbs up and leave any comments below. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And I will see you in the next video. And have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.